All right, boys, I don't know today what this video is going to be about, yeah? So I'm trying to do videos every 2 or 3 days to keep on top of it, but I don't know what it's going to be about. But today, I'm going to show you something. So if you are in the waste industry, the beginning of this video will be for you. I don't know what's going to happen later because I'm videoing this. I had my camera in my pocket. It's only this little camera. I can't show you because I'm holding it, but it's easy to throw in my pocket. Right, I'm going to show you something, okay? So this is for drivers. So we've had our lorry, and he's gone out. He's a walking floor driver, so he has a walking floor. But we do have these tipper trailers, okay? So basically what's happened, he's rung the office up, he said, I can't tip my trailer, fucking can't tip it. What you have is, on these trucks, what I'll show you is, on walking floor gear, you have a return and a flow, okay? So you have a flow and a return on a walking floor. Usually, 99% of the time, the smaller pipe will be the pressure side or the flow, yeah? So that will go into your walking floor, and your bigger pipe is always bigger, so you get less pressure on the way back, right? On this trailer, because it had a fitting like that, if you can see in there, the large fitting, that fit on the return, which is obviously the wrong way around. How these work is, if you see, you've got 2 pipes there, which is 2 returns to slow the oil down, and then you've got the pressure side there on the left, right? So if you want to know which is the pressure and the return, if ever you're confused, right? So you come to a lorry and you think, fucking hell, how do I tip this? Or the walking floor's working and all that. If it's a new trailer, these ends can be different. So you might have a big pipe and it's got the wrong end and vice versa, all that. Right, I'm going to show you how to test it. It'll take you 10 seconds. This might help you. You probably already know. All right, kid. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Right. So I've asked our lad just to come here, and I'm going to show you what I mean, okay? There's a lever there, look. Yeah. He's going to turn his PTO on, and he's going to do the tipper, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Ready? Right, look, see that pipe lift? Look, see that pipe move? All right, let go of it. Do it again. See that pipe there moving? Watch. All right. All right. That's it. That's your pressure hose. That is as simple as it is. So that is as easy as you need to know and to find out which is your pressure side. I know it sounds so simple, this, doesn't it? But the amount of times we go to jobs and there's a problem with a trailer, and it can be something else. It can be a problem with a pump and everything, but this just sorts it out quickly. So you look for your hose, which basically moves. So that's obviously your return. That's as simple as that. What this does is, on a tipper, you put it on there, it pushes oil all the way in. The driver pulls his lever on the inside of the cab, it turns a valve like that, and it lets the oil come back through, and gravity pushes the oil back into the tank. And then what you can do is, if you're well set up, you have one of these, yeah. So this one on this trailer, the return fits on the trailer, which is that one, which is the wrong one. And this is your pressure side, which will not fit on that trailer, because that's a male and that's a male. So all you do is you get an adapter, which is a female to female, and they just plug it on. Right, so we're in the van, look, and then we're going out to the next breakdown, because we spend all day fucking fixing shit. Is it what's next? Yeah, so here we go, off to the next fucking thing. Here we are at the second job of today, and I'm going to show you what has happened. So we've come to a job. This is not my job, what somebody else has done. This is a person's asked me to come here and basically sort out that someone else has done. So they've had some lads come out, do the driveway, and what they found is, basically, very long story short, is that the manhole, so this is the feed from the house, and that goes to the main manhole there. Somebody who originally did this drainage system has plumbed in the toilet into the clean water. So if you look there, you've got 2 pipes. You've got one coming from the left hand side of the house, basically one from the right. That'll be from the kitchen, from the downstairs, and this one will be the upstairs. Basically that's it. So you've got your toilet and your clean water from your kitchen, basically both going through there into a manhole, and then into the clean water sewer. So you've got basically turds flying through the sewer. And so they got these guys out to do the driveway and do this channel here, and they was digging in the complete and utter wrong place. So basically we're digging here and we found something that's hard over the top of there, so we think potentially we have got there the main drain. So what these guys have done is gone here. Bear in mind it's not the lads who've done the drive, but have you seen how much stone's in that? There is no stone, which would be questionable, wouldn't it? So it give you a bit of a thought of what you're dealing with. So like I say, we're gonna dig this out, get down there with a shovel. Now you can't dig with these machines constantly all the time. We're gonna get down with a shovel, go down and have a look and see what the main drain is saying, and then we're gonna connect the house up into it and take all this poo that is going into the clean water and fuck it off. Have found the problem. Wow, nobody's ever connected to the right sewer before. Do you want to see why? Because it is a big massive, I'll come round here so you can see a bit better. It is a big massive piece of concrete running under the house. So that is a complete and utter nightmare. I think it goes like that and slightly turns, because this house has been built on this land. So I think what has happened here is basically, looking at them two pipes there, there's a pipe under here, they've gone across there, down here to here, and then they've followed this track into the road, and they have gone into the wrong pipe, gone into the clean water. So that can happen, you know, things happen. They should have put some shit down it though, some toilet paper, and seen where it went. So what we are going to have to do is, because the weather is absolutely terrible, well, saying that, it's nice now, but it's been terrible all week, we're going to go now, get a length of 4-inch pipe, a couple of collars, something like this, something like that. Basically we will extend them into a extend a couple of them into a 4-inch, and then we'll just tee them back in there, and then while we're doing that we can dig underneath here and smash that corner off and hopefully get somewhere with that. So back in a minute. Right, it's the end of the day. I'm going to show you what we got done. We'll be coming back tomorrow. So what we did is we went into the house and flushed the toilet and turned the sink on, everything, to see where everything was coming. There's a couple lot going to there, a couple here. What we've done is for this evening is just join them together back so they can use their toilet. Underneath there, where the chisel is stamped, there's a chisel there where the balls does that into the, you can leave it under there, that's a slab of concrete. We've got the drill with us, but there's no point starting now, it's our fortnight. So what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to take this pipe out there, which runs into the manhole. So before, this was all running sloping down into there, and it went down there into the that way into the clean water. We're going to take this pipe here, we're going to put a turn on the end of there, we're going to come down here and we're going to drop it down so these slope down somewhere where that join is, and then we're going to go into the main. So I will show you how we get on tomorrow. Long day, lads, long day. So I will see you tomorrow, and when you watch this video you won't have had to do any of this shit, will you? Just be watching me struggle. See you tomorrow. Here we are, another day, and I'm grafting. I'm going to show you what we've got done. So the old drain used to go that way into the main. It's a bit mucky yet because we haven't cleaned up, but anyway, we've come that way now. Going to go into there. I tell you what, I have earned my money today, and that is the man. Just take that off to show them. That's the main drain there, look underneath, you see the water running in there, and that goes on. Show them how that goes on. That's it, like that. So that one basically there will come round here into that one into there, into a manhole and down. That is me finished here. I'm going to leave the lads continuing, but this is the next day. This is Thursday, so I'm going to go back into the yard and I'll talk to you about what bullshit I've been doing there this week. Alright boys, back again, Friday night. So this week I've done little videos through the week of me doing different bits of work, and if you look behind me you'll probably know what one of these is. It's a shredder. But I've got something I want to talk to you about in this bit of the video to sort of like finalise the week. So it's Friday and it's been an hard week this week. A lot of breakdowns, a lot of shit going on, bad weather, non-stop. So what I'm going to tell you is this is an Eggersman shredder. I can't really show you it very well, but if I stand back here, look, you can have a look. Big old shredder. turns your wood into little things, ideal for the power station. So this shredder, what I'll tell you, if you've got a shredder, you'll know. Or if this is somebody who wants to get a shredder, they will give you more depression and anxiety and fucking mental health issues than anything. And the reason for all the stress, anxiety and everything else is that everything on them goes wrong. So you've got to basically bear in mind the shredder's eating itself 24/7. The teeth are, you know, the teeth are going round, grinding, it's crushing. So this shredder had a gearbox a few months ago. It had a new gearbox and it had a new motor. So the motor turns the gearbox, it spins like that, and the shaft inside goes round. So we got it in, I put a new gearbox in this shredder, big job, got drenched, usual shit. And then it run for about an hour and a half, and then we had an even bigger issue. So we turned the shredder on for an hour, and you'll see here, this is a pump, right? So how these shredders work, this might be, you know, of some interest to you, but let me just have a look here. I don't know if any of you boys are into shredding things, but if you are, this will be a good little thing for you to pick some up off. Right, our shredder works, okay? So inside there, as you will see, I'll put that in there, that round circle is where your motor goes, and the white ring with the bolts is the shaft, which basically turns, the motor turns that and turns the gearbox. That is what we have just changed. When we serviced this shredder, we did both gearboxes. So even though you do one, you take them out, you do both motors, both gearboxes, okay? Right, so what turns your gearbox, okay, and the motor bolted to the end of it? One of these, it's a pump, right? So this pump here is a normal pump. This pump here will do your tracks and probably your belt. And then if I stand back here, you'll see this monster pump here, this one where my finger is. And this is called a feeder pump, a slave pump, a primer pump. What happens is your oil comes through your tank into this pump, little pump, and what that does is it produces 20 bar of pressure into there, okay? So this shredder run for 2 hours, and then one of the pumps blew up. So that's where the old pump was, inside here, look, in there. Yeah, that doesn't feel very good either. So you have to take all your pipes off. Little bit of advice to anybody who's doing this, if you ever have to do one, is if you've got any pipes where there's two near each other, just put a tar wrap around them. We tar wrap everything so we can't get it wrong. Take a picture of this, we put a corresponding tar wrap on the other end of the motor or the pump or the gearbox, wherever anything's going. So we are not sure what's happening with these pumps. Is this shredder, when this is running, this little pump here is running, it should produce 20 bar of pressure at the back of the pump. So basically it's getting a real good feed of oil. This pump is made to do a lot of volume, a lot of liquid if you like, but it isn't made to make a load of pressure. That one there, so this one does the front rotor, which is this one, and that one there does the rotor at the other end. That's where you see the pipes are going down the machine. That does the rotor at the other end. And it run for about 2 hours before it blew up. It run for an hour and then the pump went. So I spoke to the guy, I said, how is this even possible? Bear in mind the motors and pumps, everything was pretty decent. He said it's because it's been stood a while. So that is what we changed. One of those, the one what my finger's pointing at now is the motor. And inside that ring, so your outside ring is the frame of the machine, and the inside ring is the actual shaft of the shredder. Some of them are different configurations, but that is basically what you're looking at. Big motor, gearbox goes inside there, the gearbox actually inside. So we had to do that one, which was a pain in the ass, and then we had to do the other one, which is at this side, and we had to lift the full top of the machine off that end where the engine is, lift it all up. Absolute fucking nightmare. And like I say, this shredder is no different to any others. I've actually asked Eggersman if they want to bring us a new one. You're not going to believe me if I tell you this shredder's 3 years old. You're not going to believe me. All the doors are open, so it looks a bit rough, but yeah, I mean, all that there, it's off all the sauces, it's all the vinegar. It takes the acid in the sauces. The acid that they use to sort of like look after, preserve things, is what does all the damage to them. But anyway, I've asked them to bring me one and I'll demo it and see what I think to the new ones and stuff like that. To be honest with you, probably couldn't afford to buy one anyway. Well, definitely couldn't afford to buy one, not right now, because the economy is absolutely on its ass. But anyway, boys, I hope that gives you a little bit of an idea with shredders and the running costs and the depression that they lead to. You run them for an hour and then they cost you, you know, a few grand. You know, them gearboxes, 15 or 20 grand each. And a reconditioned one, 12 or 13 grand. Your pumps, another 5 grand each to get reconditioned. You know, it's big numbers. You've got to be doing a lot of, you know, throughput of waste to make it pay. And at the minute, we really aren't doing anything where we need to be. So I'm going to go in the office. I'll edit this video quickly before I go home, and I hope, you know, you've enjoyed watching what I've been doing this week. And just to give you a little basic, you know, look at a shredder. And listen, put in the comments what you want me to talk about. Yeah, we can't just talk about fly tipping all the time. If there's something you want to know about shredders, I work on them all day long. Excavators, I work on them all day long. Anything that I can't afford to pay somebody else to do, I have to do myself, and that is the name of the game. You know, and these big jobs, the problem is with it is, you know, you're having a camera sat there all day. If you're going to do YouTube in a big way like that guy at Asheville, you know, you get a guy to follow you around with a camera while you're working, and you know, you edit it and all that. Unfortunately, we ain't got the money for that, so I have to just sort of like give you a few snippets and, you know, put the camera down and crack on my work. So I am going to try and make the videos a bit better. But anyway, have a good weekend, and I hope we all survive the winter, because it's not easy, is it? And I will see you all soon.